Hello viewers, and welcome again to another special episode of your program, All Eyes on Africa. And I'm your host, Kemi Ifadujutimi. Today, you're going to take a tour with me. It's going to be a two-part program, so make sure next week you turn to the same channel, same time, to watch this program. Well, let me tell you, if the craving and yearning of average Nigerian youth and student is to travel abroad, to enjoy the commendable, functional university system, well, their prayer is being heard. And the lofty dreams and aspiration, to study abroad is right here at their doorstep in Yola, Adamawa State. Here in Nigeria, not anywhere else, here in Nigeria. And talking about American university standard. Okay, I haven't said the name of the school yet. You'll probably be wondering, okay, what's she talking about? Well, I'm talking about APTI American University. It's fashioned exactly, when I say exactly, like American university system, culture, and you can fill in the gap. Just kidding. But like I told you, I'm here in Yola because seeing is believing. You have to be here to know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's why I said next time, when I'm going to air this program, I want you all to call in and be part of this. Tell me you want to take a tour with me. If we have to get a bus to come here, you need to, and we will do that. So it gives me the privilege and honor to welcome the man behind this great institution. And that is in person of Professor Dr. David Huwe. APTI American University of Nigeria in Yola is an American-style university established to respond to the need for a world-class university in Nigeria and sub-Saharan Africa. If you can tell us, how did it all happen?
Well, it's a long story, but several years ago, some prominent Nigerians, primary among them was Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who's been a long-time supporter and fan of education, decided that Nigeria needs world-class higher education here. There's a huge number of Nigerian students whose families send them abroad each year. I think just in the United States, 8,000 a year are sent, and I think it's even more than that go to the UK. And we have a country here of 140 million talented people, and there ought to be a world-class Western-style university here. And enough people agreed and supported that idea, and took the concrete steps that had to be taken in order to make it happen. And last year we opened our doors to our first very enthusiastic first class, and next week we'll have our second entering group. So we're well on our way.
APTI American University is moving to the second year. Can you tell us the university progress and what the new year brings?
A lot of changes. Last year, our first year was a great year. We had a very successful first time through. The students who came here and the parents, I think, were delighted with what they found here. We did a survey at the end of the year, and of the 130 students who responded, 127 said they were extremely pleased with their decision to come here and would do it again. Next year, it'll be more of the same, but much bigger, much better. We are doubling the number of faculty. We will now have between 45 and 50 Western, mostly American faculty on campus for our second year. We have many more students. We're admitting in probably 450 to 500 this year. And most important this second year is we're moving into our permanent campus. We have a state-of-the-art 500-hectare campus. 5 major structures are now completed: new hostels, academic buildings, student canteen, student center. And we're going to be moving from our temporary quarters here to the new campus. So it's an exciting year for us.
Wow. Yes, viewers, you wonder what is going on. Yes, we are still talking about APTI American University in Yola, Adamawa State. The university is very new and very different. So I'm here to chat with His Excellency, the Governor of Adamawa State, and get his view or his own perspective about the university here in his state. And this university is put together with well-thoughtful Nigerian, and I would say patriotic Nigerian, who has the interest of this country in mind. The university is in collaboration with American University in Washington, D.C. Your Excellency, sir, Governor Boni Haruna, what do you have to say about the APTI University in your state?
Well, thank you very much. The APTI American or the APTI University here in Yola, Adamawa State is, I think, it's one of the best things that can happen to a country like Nigeria, and in particular a state like our own, which by all standards you can say is desirous of this kind of intervention in the education sector. If I speak about the APTI American University or the APTI University, I am likely to be unnecessarily partisan. But largely because I am a firm supporter of this university. I believe in the objective of the university. I believe in the capacity of the initiator and the promoter of the university to make it one of the best in this part of the world and in the world generally. I have been to university myself. I've been to other universities across the country, the world. And what we have here in Yola is just a world-class university.
Say that again.
Yes, I was at the site, the permanent site. Even in developed countries, it cannot be less than, or it cannot be more than what you have at the APTI University in Yola, given the environment, given the infrastructure, given the facilities, given the standard, given the even the outlay of the entire concept. So I think that it's a welcome decision, it's a welcome initiative, and I'm sure it is going to transform this state as one of the major centers of educational excellence in this part of the country and in this part of Africa and the world generally. It is eventually making this state as an internationally recognized settlement that has provided one of the best educational institutions of world-class standard, and I think we need to support it, and I'm happy that it is coming at a time when I have been privileged to be the governor of this state, and when we are going to write the history of the university, obviously you cannot wish away the fact that it was when we were privileged to be in the position that it was established. So we also want to thank the Americans who have left the comfort of their own country, given the scale of standard, to come and be the prime movers or at the formative stage of the university. I think the sacrifice is well recognized, is appreciated, and we pray to God to continue to give them the strength and the capacity and the wisdom to move this university forward in the interest of humanity.
I understand that the university has set up a scholarship fund for Yola students that are willing, and I know the students are eager to learn. How has this helped the university or the neighborhood here?
Well, I think that is one of the aspects of the university that is quite unique. Apart from providing the environment itself, the institution, making itself available for learning, it has also looked inward and realized that there are certain members of the society that may not afford, to read in the university, given the standard and given the quality of the expectations in terms of the cost, and has come up with scholarship scheme. This is what you have in developed countries. I'm not aware of any university in Nigeria or even in Africa that promotes internal scholarship scheme that will attract less privileged students from the society, and in particular the catchment area, here being Adamawa State. This is one of the things that has made the university very unique, and it's quite commendable, and we appreciate it. And quite a number of less privileged students are taking advantage of this initiative.
Thank you, sir. The president of the American University, Dr. David Huller, stated that the university is focused on creating jobs within the community. How do you think the university can do this?
Well, it is evident, because an institution of this nature has the capacity of job creation in various. It's not just necessarily. It's not just in the aspect, in the area of the academics. There are other components of the university that require manpower, and which can easily be gotten from within the environment, and there are many in the registry, in the estate department, in the various departments of the university. So I'm sure the staff strength of the university has demonstrated the capacity of the university to really be seen as an agent of employment generation, which has gone a long way in also stemming the growing tide of unemployment within the environment. And we quite recognize that. I personally, people have come here to solicit for my assistance to get placement in some sections of the university, and some I did chip award, some I declined because I didn't want to compromise the standard of the university, and they quite recognized it, and some of them are presently in the employment of the university. So it is playing the role of employment generation, capacity building, educational empowerment, and general developmental, it's development driven. And so it is multifaceted in terms of its benefits to the society, and it's quite appreciated.
Great. Hello, yes, indeed, we're having fun. And I'm at one of the faculty members' residence. Yes, his residence, his home. I'm here to chat and disturb the kids. They're running around the place. But I told them I'm here and I want to chat with them. So if you hear noises in the background, know that we're in the residential area of one of the faculty members, and that's Professor Mamadou Kai. Did I say it right?
Yes, Mamadou
He's
Kai.
been all over the place. And let's hear from the horse's mouth. I'm not going to tell you exactly where he's been or where he's going after here, but I know he's here now with Apti American University with his family. You're welcome.
Thank you.
And if you can just tell my viewers, you've been all around the place.
Yes.
You have taught a great deal of educational and cultural experiences, and you've been here for the past 2 years with Apti American University.
Yes.
Tell us.
Well, my name is Mohamedou Ka. I'm Professor Mohamedou Ka, the Dean for the School of Information Technology and Communications. This is my second year here at Apti American University of Nigeria. And we're very pleased to be in this great country to contribute our quota in higher education. Prior to coming to Apti American, I was a professor at Rutgers University, which is the State University of New Jersey, where I was teaching information technology courses for several years. And prior to that, I was at Howard University in Washington, D.C., where I taught, again, information systems in the business school. I've also taught at George Washington University, among other places in the U.S. I was a visiting professor at the American University in Sharjah, which is in the United Arab Emirates, 20 miles away from Dubai, where I was the head of department for the Department of Information Systems and Operations Management. So as my colleague here said, I've been around. I'm Gambian born but American, and live in the United States of America for most of my life. I do go to Gambia whenever I get a chance to help out as they find fit. We like it here in Yola. We're glad to be in Yola. We had a great year last year. We have wonderful students and wonderful faculty. We've been very fortunate to recruit high caliber professors from all over the world. Some of them are what they call diasporans, Nigerian diasporans, who have spent many, many years in very great institutions in the United States. And we were able to convince them to finally come back home and give their best and share the experiences that they had in other universities, so that we can deliver a high quality, affordable private education in Nigeria, here in Yola.
Great. And the new year stretches right in front of you. New campuses, new faculties, new students, new equipment. What are your hopes for the upcoming year, being an IT?
Well, we will hope to build on from our first year experience. Most of us have not taught in African universities before, and African students in these large numbers. We've got experience teaching African students in the United States who have come from Nigeria or other African countries to pursue courses, but you will have 1 or 2 students in your classes. So we've done a lot of learning. The American style of education is quite different from many educational systems. It is quite interactive. It is quite challenging. We engage our students. The students, we discovered, tend to come to us very quiet, very reserved, expect very shy and expect the professor just to speak at them, and we want to speak with them. We want them to have a learning experience. So it takes quite a bit of learning on both the faculty and the students, and we've learned quite a great deal from our students, quite bright, I may add, and we have very, very bright students here, so we've been very, very fortunate and very hardworking students, so it makes the life of the professors easy. So the transition is not very, very difficult. The only complaint that our students have is we don't give them a break. We walk them, we're crazy, that's what they always say. But we tell them welcome to the American style of education, because we want them to graduate from Apti American University to be model citizens, not only in Nigeria, but throughout the sub-Saharan African region. We are here to develop the student as a whole and give them quality, give them experience, give them hope, give them opportunity to ensure that when they get out, they can actually do things, not just to be taught to memorize, but to be actually able to be very practical and applied in whatever discipline that they choose to.
Well, just tell me your experience with Apti American University.
Well, it has been quite challenging. I worked in a few other institutions of higher learning of this nature, but this one is quite unique in the sense that we have challenging students who are much more inquisitive than the places I've worked with students that I've worked with in other universities. So, and so also is the faculty. You know, it's really challenging. And
when you say it's really challenging, in what sense?
In the sense that there's much to do. You are very much occupied.
Right.
Yes, very much occupied, because everybody is alert. Students want to get something out of the library, and the staff have to sit up in the sense that they must have to provide these needs. We are more or less like the faculty members too here, because we have to provide the needed information at the required time. You know, so they need it, and that is why we have the facilities like the books itself and the e-books, e-journals and the like, that make things faster. So for easy retrieval of these materials.
And if I heard you correctly, you mentioned that you have worked in another university before joining
That's
here.
right, a tertiary institution.
Okay, so how do you compare both institutions, the American standard and the Nigerian standard?
Well, I should think in terms of facilities.
Be sincere.
Yes, I should think in terms of facilities. It's not measurable compared to where I've worked before, because there are more facilities here, and I tend to feel that the performance of the students here is going to be much higher than what is used to be in the places I've worked before.
Okay, you
yes,
believe in your heart that
yes,
you are part of the faculty that is raising the next world-class leader.
Exactly, yes.